for some feedback. We all love feedback, but nobody likes the shit sandwich. You know, that thing where you get some good stuff and then the shitty stuff and then some good stuff. Who came up with this dumb-ass way to give feedback? Because here's the thing, it doesn't matter how good the bread is, it doesn't matter what condiments you put on it, it's still a shit sandwich. It tastes shitty, it leaves a shitty taste in the mouth of the person who gets it and the person that has to serve it up. So for the love, can we please stop? And I see some of you, you're like, oh no, but Jason, we have a rating scale. But we don't give fives. What the fuck? Why do we have a rating scale? For 1 to 5, but we're not going to give you a 5. We're going to give you something that's absolutely unattainable. Let me tell you a little bit about feedback. A couple summers ago, I was perched at 55 feet in a warehouse when I was summoned by a man with a laptop who rode a bicycle who basically said, yeah, Jason, we want to give you some feedback. 2 weeks ago, you were supposed to pick 55 bottles of Tide, but you only picked 54. And, that was 2 weeks ago. I don't remember what I picked 2 minutes ago, and there was nothing following that. That was all the feedback. Thank you so much for the feedback. So we've moved through the shit sandwich, we've moved through the rating scales, and now we're going to put you on a PIP, which I just learned somebody said we don't even use that term anymore because that helped people falsify information. It's my surprised face. So what we do is we put people on a PIP and we basically major in the weaknesses, minor in the strengths, and then we manage the fuck out of people who have been put on a PIP to do something that they are never ever going to be successful at. They're never going to be successful. It doesn't matter. And then we leave them to their own devices. Good luck. May the force be with you. We hope you do okay. Meanwhile, this person is over here going, I suck, I'm terrible, I'm on this stupid PIP and I don't even really know what I'm supposed to do. So let's start with this. Feedback is required every day. I use daily because it fit on the slide, but feedback is required every day, okay? That's where we need to start. We need to normalize feedback. Instead of once a year, in some really odd conversation, make it timely. When the thing happens, not 2 weeks later when you ride your bike up and summon somebody from 55 feet, it needs to be balanced and it needs to be consistent. What would your workplace look like if you had that? Now, here's a new way to do this, and for those of you who are having panic attacks because you think you have to do math, you don't. This is called 5 by 5 plus 1. And I'm going to break it down for you. It's super easy math. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to choose 5 people, and trust is really, really important. If you don't trust the person, don't ask them to give you feedback, because you don't want feedback from somebody that you don't trust. So ask people, it can be a boss, a coworker, a direct report. By the way, you can also do this in your personal lives. Those people are going to give you 5 words, and those 5 words have to have a couple sentences of context, okay? Because one time I got the word tenacious, and I was like, oh, cool, tenacious. I've never been called that. And they were like, actually, it wasn't a compliment. You micromanaged the shit out of me, and I didn't really appreciate it. So context is key. 4 of those words are positive words. 1 of those words is a growth word, not a weakness. Because we can all grow, we can all learn, and we can all get better at something. And the plus 1 is that you have to do this for yourself first. You can't ask other people to give you feedback if you are not willing to look at yourself and figure out what it is that you need to do better and to get to that place where you need to be. Now here's the problem. Comfort zones are comfortable. They are our favorite pajamas, under our favorite blanket, when we've DoorDashed our favorite food, while binge watching our favorite show. And the problem with it is that they are comfortable, and they are hard to leave, and that's where, according to this, 98% of the world lives. Choose one thing on that list that you're willing to try. And if there's one thing that I've learned on my trips around the sun, is that growth and comfort cannot coexist together. You've got to get out of your comfort zones. Dare I say, get comfortable being uncomfortable. So, raise your hands high in the air with me. We are done with the shit sandwich. Raise your hands. Come on, get them up. Just like this. Get them going. And we're going to say this. R.I.P. to the P.I.P. R.I.P. to the P.I.P. Because you know what? Joey understands. If we start with fire, which is fire is required every day, Joey knows best. that fire beats the rest. Come